What's up and welcome back. Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we're going for a test drive on a 1973 Camaro. This one's got, I believe, to be 350 up under the hood with power steering, got the power brakes. What I like to do is take them down the road, point out all the flaws so you don't have to. We do this on every car on the lot. Check out maplemotors.com for detailed pictures inside out and underneath. And by the end of the test drive, you'll know everything about this ride. We also have financing and shipping available on that website. Again, maplemotors.com. We just updated that website with about 10 cars. We do this every Monday or around 11 to 12 o'clock. And as you see, we specialize in American classics. So sit back, relax. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Before we take off, we're going to look around the interior and check everything out. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? Game we like to play on the channel. Got a B&M shifter in the console, which is nice. Passenger seat looks good. Door panel's in good shape. Across the dash here looks nice and clean as well. Start her up. She starts up pretty good. I've had it running for a second. Tach's not coming up on the dash there. It's not working. Our temperature gauge is not coming up either. Fuel pump. Gas gauge is past the full mark, so we'll have to stop and make sure we don't run out. It's showing 75,000 miles. Hard to stand behind in a 1973 model. The old clock started turning for a second. I don't know how long it'll last, but it is moving. Face of the radio is in the office. Carpet in this one looks decent. Your package tray there has got a little bit of a lip sticking up. The back seat is in great shape. Headliner in this one looks great. Your dome light there has been replaced. Everything is nice and clean. Let's try the wipers. They're working. Let's try the blower motor. A little bit of a faulty switch there. If you pull it up, you can hear it on high, and it does blow on the lower settings. All right, tote column. Did you place your bets on the horn? It works. It's not very loud, but it works. All right, let's go ahead and hit the road, see how she runs and drives. All right, tighten the seatbelt up. Anything I see, I will let you know. That is why I do these videos. We're gonna take off down the road and try to have a little fun with this one. Definitely gonna get some gas. So make sure. Let's see here. There's our reverse. And that's drive. So we're in drive now. Pull through these cones here. Check my brakes before I get going too far. Here we go. Not too bad. Speedometer's coming up on the dash. It seems to be pretty correct. We're going straight as an arrow down the road. Pretty tight steering. I mean, as soon as I turn, it's turning. She's pulling pretty good. Let's hit the brakes real hard. Brakes are stopping as they should. We'll get her up to about 30. All right. Let's see if this kickdown's hooked up. Kickdown's hooked up. Feels pretty good. So everything's as it should be, except for our turn signals. They're not popping up on the dash. They're probably working on the outside, but they're not giving me any kind of indication on the inside of the car that they're working. With that being said, I don't know about the gas gauge either, so we're gonna put about $20 worth of fuel in this ride. And we'll continue this video. Okay, I got about $20 worth of fuel in this ride. We're gonna continue on, head on over to the parking lot here. I don't believe the gas gauge works. It was past the full mark, and there's no way you could fit $20 more in it if it's already past the full mark there. Okay, let's hit the road, get some undercarriage shots, and towards the end of the video, be picking out the flaws. Okay, so far so good. Car's been pretty sweet. We're gonna go ahead and head back to the lot now. I want to get a good chamois out, wash this car up. Before I do the walk around, I noticed it got real dusty driving around, so we're gonna go back to the lot first, and hopefully we can get it done before it starts raining. All right, let's head out of here. Car's definitely been lowered. I wasn't able to go back the other way with my camera. I didn't want to screw the camera up. I ran into it already. So usually, ooh, see how low it is? That's the exhaust on the speed bump there. Car is just low. Not too bad. I mean, a little stiff on the suspension. I did notice that. But it's really not too bad as far as smoothness. let's take a right here. We'll cut back through and head on back to the lot. What weird weather going on right now. I can tell you that it's 70 degrees today. Literally right after Christmas. I noticed the tires rub a little bit in the front once you turn all the way. When I was in that parking lot driving around, I tried to make it do it in the video with the camera out so you could actually see it happening. Let's see if we can do it. Right there, just a little bit of a rub. I like to stay quiet on this portion of the video just so you can hear the body, you can hear the motor, you can listen to the rear end. Put her down in first here. We'll click her up through. Pretty smooth. Seemed like once it was already in second, it went ahead and shifted for me into third instead of racking up the R's. Did notice it was doing that. Seems to be shifting nice. And so far so good. Let's try it right here again. I want to get you angled down a little bit where you can really see. So we've got her in first. That is first. See, it went ahead and shifted to third without me doing it. And there's third there. Okay, I'm gonna take her to the cleanup bay in the back and get her washed off. So stick around, look for the picking out the flaws segment of the video. That way you know everything about the ride. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks. Back to the lot. I just went over, wiped her off, got her nice and clean so we can actually see any kind of chips, dents, scratches, whatever I can find. I'm gonna point it out to you. I do this with every car on the lot. We have 100 detailed pictures pointing out the flaws as well, and that's done by a different person. So it's got 2 different perspectives looking down the body and checking the interior out. With that being said, that is at maplemotors.com. We have financing and shipping available for you as well. And of course, every Monday, new inventory around 11 to 12 o'clock on maplemotors.com. If you're here on YouTube, you definitely have a good source. This is where you will find out everything about the car. But it usually takes me a couple days to get all 10 videos ready for you. With that being said, let's get started here. Picking out the flaws. Looking around the front bumper on this one, it's nice and clean. Fairly clean bumper. Chips at the bottom here, you can see some of the water running off still. Got a little bit of rust trying to run through right there on the front end. Headlight bezels in decent shape. A few flaws in the corner there. Looks like some dirt on top of the paint there. You got some paint runs right here, a little thick. Tires on this one are in pretty good shape up and over the fenders. You got some light blemishes sitting on top of the paint. A lot of this stuff will come off. You can see some paint paint. It's got these like water runs, where it's like black streaks. It needs a good wax. A few pieces of tar, it looks like, from the road, those little black lines. Got kicked up by the tires. You got some chips on the edge of your door. Same thing with this. That stuff will come off. A couple touch-up marks right there in the edge. Coming up over the rear fender. Same thing, just picked up some dirt from the road here on this side. Coming back this midsection. Little chip on the edge. Chip right here in the middle of the door. Chip right here on the edge of your mirror. Touch-up mark there. Coming back over this top section. This car is definitely begging for a buff job. It would look so much cleaner because the paint's really good. I mean, it's nice and shiny. You can just tell it's sat somewhere and got some dirt on it, got some stuff in the paint, some lines. Trim around that front window's in good shape. The front window itself is not all scratched up or chipped up. It looks pretty good. Your windows on the side here have scratch marks from going up and down. You can see it right there. You've got some cracks in the paint here on the roof. Same with back in the corner here. And bugs like yellow. Oh, you see little gnats and stuff on yellow cars? Going over the back window. Like a little moisture got in there. So I feel like a seal may be leaking. You can see how all the silicone that they've put around the back window there. Your wing is flat. I mean, no shine left to that. You can see the difference between the two. You've got some paint chipping up there, a crack there. Also right in here you got some cracks. Let's go ahead and open the trunk. I want to look in it. So I didn't leave it open because it falls. It needs the spring inside it. Looking down in here, you do have some rust bubbling up. Some bust. But yeah, some rust bubbling up right around here. I bet you some water was sitting down in here. You can see some in this area. But all the upper areas are looking pretty good. It's just right here in the lowest spot where it would come down and set. Get up in your package tray. Some surface rust up there. Weather stripping looks pretty good. Your jams are not too bad. You got some paint cracking right here in the corner. Couple little spots right there on the edge of the trunk lid. Over here you got some rust popping up on the trunk lid as well. Not too bad. Let's see how easy it's shut. Nope. Now it's shut. Just put that in this lower section here. Dual exhaust out the back. Back bumper has been changed out. It's fairly new. Coming down this side, lower portion first. Tires are in good shape, up and over the fenders. You can see body work where Bondo is over here in the lower.
But anyway,
coming on up. You got chips at the bottom of the door, people getting in and out. Also right here. Looks like more Bondo up here in the front. Right in the edge of your door there. Picked up some dirt, didn't we? Up and over the fender. Back to midsection. You got some chips up here in the door. You also got a touch-up mark right there. Chip right here. You got a dent right here. Real slight. I don't even know if it's going to pop up on the video, but it is in the door. It's about that big, 2 fingers. Pretty small. Chips on the edge of your door there. Coming back over the top section here. Looks like you got a crack right here. You also got a crack here and down on that portion. Your pillar here has got some rust coming through. Mark there on the edge, and you got some chips here on the edge of the door. Front windshield on this one is in pretty good shape. I don't really see nothing wrong with it. All right, we made it all the way around the car. Now we're gonna go ahead and check out the interior.
Oh yes. How you doing?
Opening up the door here. Door panel has got some scuff marks at the bottom where people are kicking it, opening it and shutting the door. You do have some marks there. Weather stripping looks good. You've got a pull right here on some of the fabric on the door. Weather stripping on this side still soft. Looking at the bottom, you can see where it's been repaired. Your jams here. Weather stripping on this one looks pretty good. So the carpet's a bit older. You can see where it's got a little bit of sun damage, where it's faded. Still not bad. The seat in great shape. A lot of noise coming from the road today. See where they covered up the part for the seat belt to come over your shoulder. Back seat, not too bad. The carpet's faded back here too. Package tray, it's kind of coming up right there on that edge. I think once you straighten that out, everything will be good. Headliner on this one is awesome. Very nice. Starts up easy. Try not to let the hood come down on me, but this hood, the springs are not heavy enough to hold it, so it comes crashing down on him. This is a fiberglass hood, so it wouldn't be too bad. But nice quiet motor. As you can see up under the hood, it's pretty nice. Not too bad. Coming on down with it, let's see how it lines up. Edges are actually really close. Sitting a little high in the back here. Just push the hinge down. Side's a little far up in the front spot there. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, share, hit like. I'll keep these videos coming your way. We put out about 10 cars every Monday around 11 o'clock. So go to maplemotors.com, check out the financing, the shipping, the 100 detailed pictures. And we are family, can call and talk to any of us. Some people think after watching the video they have to talk to me, but I'm usually out here making videos, so if I'm sitting in the office, most of the time it's raining. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. See you later.